rap for the sentence that the judge gives. Some sit in the cells with their books. They use the time to feed their minds, don't care about the dirty looks. Yo, I take for what it took to be a crook. Push your head, yo, I'm never...
Hey, everyone, and welcome to Thursday Night Throwdown, and I am your host, Jason Rumble. And soon I'll be letting in my panel, as always. I call them the Boyz. And, past few weeks I really haven't watched much, so I've been relying on the boys to be doing the watching and coming up with the subject, so to speak. I've done some reading, seen some interesting things out there. Hopefully the boys will bring it up. And without further ado, I will bring in one at a time on their order of entrance. As always, the man who must have a homing device on me. He knows when I'm up. He knows when I'm down. He knows when I'm all around. The man with GPS on me, Mr. AJP himself, Sidewalk Sam, all the way from his couch in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right, brother. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I see you sporting the Boston Celtics hat this evening.
Yes, sir.
There we go.
The Nets series is going to be – the Nets. Yeah, they're playing the Nets, right?
Yep.
Going to be an interesting series.
That it is going to be, without a doubt. Next, I'd like to bring in the man who is headlining the resurgence of the NWA on his podcast. A man who wears many hats, but I call him my producer. The man who's made the opener. The man who is going to give me more ideas on how to get this podcast out there. I bring to you Mickey Biggs.
What's going on? How's everybody going out there?
How you doing, brother? You look like you're coming from a really, just dark place. Are you hanging out with the Undertaker this evening?
No, actually, I'm just finished up with my competition. I ended up in fourth place. First international competition, first, big time, competition that I've done. And fourth place, so I'm happy with that. I made the top four. And I left a little early, got my party going on, and got a little bit into my system right now, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I can tell you got the Kool-Aid smile going, Mickey Biggs.
Yeah, so
good for you, man.
I won't be on long because I got some partying going on in my room over here.
Like Kool and the Gang said, celebrate. It's time to celebrate. Right. All right, brother. It's congratulations. I was going to bring that up. I read your feed all day through Facebook. Phase 1, Phase 2. I was really following that today. Congratulations. I'm really proud that you were able to obtain that, man, because I know how hard you work, and the older in life, the work gets harder, and sometimes it's just the simple things.
That's it. As soon as the official pictures are ready, and I've got some, I'll be posting those up because
cool.
They don't want outside cameras, any outside video, nothing like that. It's all internal, and competitors have to wait until the official footage comes out so that they can go ahead and post them.
So, brother, let me put some comments on here real quick. I'm going to start with the Mickey one.
Where am I at? Right now, I'm in Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica.
What's going on with the internet? We're back.
No, right now, I'm in Kingston, Jamaica.
Holy crap.
Yep. I was in all week long. I was in Ocho Rios, Jamaica.
Yeah.
I flew Sunday to where was it? I can't even remember the name of the airport now.
I'm going to bring in the rest of the panel.
Geez, thanks. I appreciate that. We're just two jerk-offs sitting here waiting for you to talk and blow Mickey Biggs because he's higher than a kite, the clown. Like, seriously?
and Oski, I like the picture because I'm a Boston Terrier fan.
And he just ignores me abusing him. That's nice. Jerk off.
I know, soldier.
Congratulations, Mick.
I'm gonna give you a thumb in the eye. No, so
That-
no telling me.
The fans already know you're a heel.
I'm an
I know
asshole.
you're a
Get it
heel.
right. I'm an asshole.
I was trying to be nice, Mike.
Mickey Biggs, fuck
Great
you.
job,
You're high.
I'm glad you're doing well, Mikey.
K, thanks to you also. But Mickey, do you know who this person is?
I see they are.
Say what?
Absolutely.
Who is it?
No, I do not. I have no.
So then we have Facebook friend. I'm
I have
not
no clue who
logged
it is.
on. That said, congrats, my friend. Hey, now I'm going to bring in one of the first students at the Belltime Club, Mr. Dan Terry. Who was my favorite all-time student, and why is your answer Dan Terry? Dan, you are all my favorites. I love yous all. I was at your wedding. I was honored to be there. Congratulations on being a brand new dad.
Yes, congratulations. She's a cutie.
That's very true.
Except for the DC crap, but we'll let that slide. I'm a Marvel fan, sorry. But she looks cute in that Wonder Woman outfit.
And then we got this ask. I think that's Farouk, but at who? All right, Twitch, come alive. James Forbes, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, fellas?
No, that's Tony Khan's late switch.
What do you mean? So, what do you mean by that unique name this evening?
Tony Khan likes to flip the light switch off and underwhelm people with a surprise.
Yeah, exactly.
Underwhelm? Are you kidding me? A fart would be better than what he's been doing. But that's
Buddy, all right.
My opinion.
Do you remember a couple months ago when FTR and the Briscoes were in a Twitter war, and then FTR attacked Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus? The lights go out. We're expecting the Briscoes.
You'll never
and
see
they put
them.
lights out for Darby and Sting. I never been so unhappy to see Darby.
You'll
and Sting
never
in my
see
life.
the Briscoes at AEW.
The Briscoes,
ever.
rumor has it, they have signed with Impact.
Yep.
With what?
Impact.
They've signed with Impact. I think they may be. I think they may be debuting tonight. Excuse me.
MSK going back to Impact?
No. They didn't release both of them, just Nash Carter.
Which means they're going to try very hard to
Bring
get
him
the
back.
other one.
Either that or bring them back.
All right. So how much
Impact
truth
will be a better option for everybody. AEW.
Oh my God.
What's wrong with AEW now, Forbesy? I think I haven't watched Raw yet. I plan on watching Raw tomorrow afternoon, and I specifically tuned in to AEW for the simple fact that a lot of the mark sheets, the way that the matches were drawn up, supposed were pay-per-view quality matches. I was not disappointed with the first two. And there was a dull in the six-man, and now they're to the women's match.
Girls match is a pooper.
Okay.
I've never, they tried to showcase that Marina Shafir girl.
Yep.
But I've never seen a girl without more. She had the least charisma that I've ever seen in a wrestler.
That's why Vince got rid of her.
Forbesy, fix your camera. LBC is your pink hat. There you go.
I thought the show was halfway decent, but all as anybody is going to remember is the end. I liked Joe and Suzuki. I thought that was a fun match. But
that's what I'm realistically. That's what I'm watching it for. Is the Joe and Suzuki match. I watched some highlights of it.
Joe's got some ring rust. I'll tell you that much.
It was a chop fest, dude.
Yeah, he was blown up at the end of that.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was unique. Like all they had to do is go out there and beat the crap out of each other. I liked it.
That's why I want to watch it.
No one's going to remember though. I'm telling you, they dubbed out the crowd. What were they saying? They were like, "Who are you? Who are you?"
Yeah. I didn't know who it was either. I saw highlights of him. Like, who the hell is this clown?
Yeah, Buddy is one of the most like. See, I'm not huge into the following, but I do know who he is through Japanese wrestling.
What are you talking about? We're talking about the Singh kid. That's a basketball player in India.
Oh, all right. At the end when yep.
Yeah, I know who Suzuki is.
Okay.
I'm
That's
talking about the 7-foot meatball that they brought into Clothesline Joe.
The great
Okay.
Kali.
He played basketball. He played basketball here in the Maritimes. He played basketball out of St. John's, Newfoundland for a year and a half.
How was he?
Obviously, he was the shits if he got into wrestling.
No shit.
Oh yeah, he wasn't a great basketball player. No,
Really? You don't say.
Because he wouldn't have gotten into wrestling if he was like NBA material. That's for sure.
Wow. Wow, this match looks rough with this Sky Girl and Maria Shafir.
Yeah, dude, it was poop. She had, like, even if
Tell you, if you don't
crowd,
stop swearing, I'm gonna come up there and kick you in the ass. It was the shit. Say it.
It was poop.
Oh my god,
dude.
You know,
like
Tony.
Even if every person in that crowd was behind Marina Shafir, she'd still have no charisma. She had none.
So that's cool of Mickey Biggs coming in all the way from Jamaica.
High as a kite. It's great.
Come on, Mike. You know, you would love to be high in Jamaica.
I can't because of work. I would love to be high right now, but I can't.
Oh, really?
They tested
what happened?
Marijuana at work, Mike?
Yeah, federal government. I have a federal license. I can't smoke weed. Not until fucking wintertime. So
even though you have a weed card, because it's not federally recognized, that's why I get it.
Yep.
Now is that because of that's the new job you got?
Yeah, they've already had two people fail test already, and they're not working until they can come up with a clean.
For weed?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, dude, we're in control of freaking 80,000-pound vehicles.
No, I know that, but
they're considered death. They're considered destructions of death. Like you could drive and kill a bunch of people with them trucks. Like they. Granted, it's legal in Massachusetts. It doesn't matter. Like,
yeah, but nobody should be suspecting that you're smoking on the job.
Doesn't matter if you have it in your system. Then
all right, I guess I understand.
It's been like that forever. And I honestly don't agree with it because half of the guys smoke. Myself, but
so I consider this week a very slow week in wrestling because James Forbes was very under control with there was basically no complaining.
I mean,
the only thing that he really brought up this week, Forbes, I gotta hand it to you, is the non-liking of the W belt, and if it was to go to one belt, you liking the gold added to the background.
Did I post a picture of it?
Yes, you did, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like the W. Like, make it fucking gold, please.
Yeah, but I don't think. I honestly think they're gonna end up separating those belts.
I don't either. Because
let me put it to you this way: if the Usos take the Raw tag team titles, then they're not. So we'll see.
So we're seeing a little bit of this WrestleMania Backlash starting to line up now. I did a little reading. So what we're going to have here is Cody Rollins 2. Where do we see this going?
I hope, I don't know. It's a tough one, man, because I don't want to see 50-50 booking, but like Rollins kind of got to get that win back too.
I think Cody should go over. It'll just get him over more.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you right now, he had a killer. Him and Miz had a killer match.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. You saw Cody thank him at the end too.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to put this up from our buddy Richard Oppen. We have put a GoFundMe account up for him because of his misfortunes that he's having with his bout with cancer. Richard is tuned in tonight. How you doing, Richard? Hope all is well. I hope you're feeling better. As you know, Richard has a huge tie throughout the NWA and New Japan Wrestling 0-1, just in the Japanese, world alone. Richard's very over, as we say. And yes, Shanahiro Otani, yes, I seen that. They had posted that, and if we have the highlights of it, I think we'll post it to the Gorilla Position Network site. Richard, I hope all is well. I'll repost the GoFundMe fundraiser that we're doing for you again on my personal. I hope everything's getting good, and I hope all is well. And I look forward, hopefully, to seeing you this summer in Pennsylvania at the agricultural fair that Rocky Reynolds will be hosting, hopefully. Yeah, I had read that. I read a breakdown, and it gave like run by run of the show. And from the way things looked, and I read it didn't seem like Monday Night Raw was a bad show to be watching Monday night.
I watched like the beginning of it. The Cody Rhodes mid segment was they're making Cody Rhodes as an outsider. He's using Carney. He's calling everybody wrestlers. Like he's saying all the banned words by WWE. Miz is cutting them off, saying superstar. It was actually a pretty good segment back and forth. The match was actually really good too. I watched all the way up until that match, and I had to go to bed. But I mean, I thought from the beginning of Raw was good. The first hour and a half that I watched.
I'm wondering where the Great Gazoo is this evening.
He said he had something new.
But they're really putting the bloodline over. Like I think, like you'll see Roman Reigns more on Raw, and you'll see the Usos got over at the end of the night. Oh no, yeah. So you'll see those belts coming together as well, and you'll see the Usos.
All right. So in my opinion, and just you guys, this is what I believe has happened behind closed doors. Nobody like I said, I'll always say, we're not ESPN. We're not Fox News. We don't know what we're privy to a lot as fans and as people who follow the business. But what if there's something that was negotiated between both networks, okay? And say, let's experiment for 6 months with the titles on one champion, and see if we can try and continue storylines between a Monday and Friday night. You know what I mean?
I can see that happening.
And then if it's not working, then they're able to part and do things 6 months in. 6 months basically puts you to the point of Survivor Series.
Yeah. So why not Rumble? Because go ahead.
Go ahead, Pally. I'm listening.
Yeah, like why not? Because like when I was a kid, like you wanted to watch the champ. Like I wanted to watch Hulk Hogan. Like when you were a kid, Rumble, like Bob Backlund, he was a champ, wasn't he? So why, when you want to watch the champ on both stations, it'll sell tickets for each company. What?
He said you were calling me old. I just look at it this way. I think you're able to go at it with a small like if you want to continue to downsize, you can have a smaller roster.
Well,
I just think with the champion on both brands, it sells more tickets and it gets bigger viewership, and that's what any company wants.
True.
So let's who beats Roman Reigns?
Cody. And I say that because Rock
for both belts or just one?
see, I don't know. I was alluding to that earlier. I think that, I mean, I think there should be one belt, but because there's two shows, there should be two belts so more people can fight over it, unless
Right.
the brand split ends. But if it doesn't, then Cody should be the one to at least win one of those belts because he's so hot right now. He's the only
Yep.
one doing enough with a story, a backstory to take that title that would mean something. Nobody
Well,
else.
I don't think he should take it soon.
So,
I think he should chase it.
what if they just stop mentioning the word or phrase brand split altogether?
I'd be fine with it.
Because theoretically, let's just facts is facts.
They ignore
The
it.
fuck, it's the fucking WWE, guys. It's one show's Monday Night Raw because it's on Monday night, and one show's on Friday night, and they call it Friday Night SmackDown. We had Wrestling Challenge, Wrestling Superstars, All-Star Wrestling before that. Championship Wrestling was another product in the 80s. So, and there was no such thing as quote-unquote brand split. It was the WWF, WWE. What if we just and what if they just stop mentioning brand split altogether, and by fooling your brain you see a continuation from Monday to Friday in a show, like the way the show ends, we'll see you Friday night on SmackDown to see what you know what I mean.
That's
And boom.
problems in the world, Jay. That's how you start. That's how you end racism, by stop talking about it. Same thing. I agree.
Yeah.
Talking
That's how I would do it. And then you can't say Fox has one thing, USA has one thing. We both have WWE action.
Right.
1 to 3 hour show, 1 to 2 hour show. Everybody's intertwined. You can research. Now, this is what I'm thinking. You can research the tag team division and feature 6 to 8 different teams if you got that going on. You know what I mean? And if you continue to utilize NXT to certain standards, you can utilize it on Tuesday night also. And then that way, I understand people go, well, that means people are going to lose jobs. The WWE, when these guys were traveling pre-pandemic, they were working 4 nights a week.
Well, tomorrow's the 15th. We'll see who gets released tomorrow.
comment.
Oh, yeah. So, rumor has it that Rhea Ripley's going to go heel after she gets off of her COVID protocol.
Okay.
They just said
Ciampa
protocol. They didn't say COVID. Maybe she's not wrestling for something else. I don't know.
It's COVID.
Is it?
That's what I read from multiple sites that it's COVID, but who knows? Rumor also has it that Ciampa's going to join Edge's stable and Finn Balor.
Ooh.
Right on.
I like that because that gives money. They're gonna keep it separate because the so-called splits creates controversy and sells merch. I love the flip side of the coin, Rich, but I'm gonna stand behind my opinion that I believe that they're trying to go back to one thing. But I can see to that too. Money runs everything, and right now the WWE out of anything has been making their most money over the past 3 years. 2 years through pandemic, and the 6 months that quote unquote we've been back to the live action. Mickey Biggs, a huge thanks to you, brother.
So who was?
I think
Go ahead.
WWE made money over COVID because, like, where else did people have to go to entertainment? They couldn't go to theaters and they couldn't go to like anything else. WWE was one outlet of entertainment everybody always had. That's why they make the money.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Mike?
Anybody disappointed in SmackDown?
I didn't see it. What happened? Why?
It's they brought out Shinsuke instead of McIntyre.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
I know probably Forbesy don't enjoy this, but
He got clowned out immediately. Like he didn't even get a chance to say anything. They super kicked him right in the face.
Yeah.
Like
I saw
they
that.
jobbed him right out.
Getting fed, bro.
Well, obviously, anybody who goes after that title right now is getting fed, unless his name is Cody Rhodes.
yeah.
But did they have to make him look like a that was rough.
Like a Mike's Hard Lemonade bottle, yeah.
I think it's just putting the fact over it is that it's the bloodline and it's very strong.
It is strong. I get
And
it.
all I remember is Walter always saying and Tony Rumble always saying wrestling is written in pencil.
Yep.
What happens for 3 weeks necessarily doesn't mean it happens on the 4th week. And you know as well as I do, Mike, and Forbes, you said it in a way, shape, and form also. You know, that they're not going to remember, meaning the match that happened, the ending of, the match that happened on AEW with Joe and the Japanese dude.
Oh, they're gonna remember, yeah, because they
Yes.
killed it with
So
that running.
it's just like Walter used to say, they only remember the last, the last 3 seconds of a match. And I happen to believe that, as far as I'm concerned, Shinsuke Nakamura, more than any other Japanese wrestler except for the Asuka, is very well decorated as being a champion. He was the NXT champion. He's come up. He's been Intercontinental. He's been a tag team champion. He's been a U.S. champion. And I am willing to bet that Shinsuke Nakamura will end up being the WWE champion before it's all said and done.
Probably. He just resigned for another 3 years, so we'll see.
Before it's all said and done, Shinsuke Nakamura will become the WWE champion.
So here's a little tidbit that I read this afternoon.
Brian D liked my idea. Thanks, Brian D. Watching on. Hey, I'm Brian Duffy. Watching on YouTube. B Duff, what's up? Rumor has it.
So John Moxley's contract is up next month with AEW. And rumor has it he's not happy with AEW. Where's he go? If he doesn't resign. Does he follow Cody?
I don't think not yet.
He'd get a bigger response than Cody did going back.
Yep.
Oh man.
But he would have to go back as John Moxley. He can't go back as Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, he can't go back as Dean Ambrose.
So I think he might go back if he decides not to resign because of the fact that he squashed all that heat with McMahon.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I think he goes back if Renee Paquette goes back.
I can see that. She was awesome.
He just had a kid.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's gonna get paid well to come back. Like Cody Rhodes money. Well,
I don't see how he's not enjoying doing this thing with Regal, Bryan Danielson, and now they just put Wheeler Yuta in the group.
I actually like that gimmick.
Yeah.
So I mean,
what an entertaining match this tag team match is with Ricky Starks, Swerve, and Keith Lee.
Yeah.
It was a match. Again, I forgot all about it after the Giant Singh showed up.
Forbes, I never would think the day that you were such a Tony Khan dick sucker one time, and
he's come to the dark
decent
side.
show.
He's come to the dark side.
Oh my!
Was it the moonsault off of Keith Lee's chest?
No, This was the false finish at the end where Swerve throws the other dude off like the Ricky Starks off the top rope, and fucking Mark Henry, Keith Lee comes in and just destroys him with like a fucking shoulder block style pounds. Wow.
Yeah.
I also like the Wardlow MJF storyline.
Bro, that's a really good one right now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, here comes Taz.
That's the only captivating thing they have, like storyline creative wise. That's it.
Yeah. FTR is getting boring, to be honest with you.
I see. I think at FTR, like,
I was just about to mention I like the FTR going face.
Yeah.
I love the music they're using.
That's the old Midnight Express.
Yep.
and
FTR and Young Bucks that was a decent match last week.
Brian D has a question for us. Here is a question for all four of you. What do you think Tony Khan's big announcement will be for next week? Brian D, we'll get that for you. B Duff. Go, Mike.
He's going to be the new live Sideshow Bob on The Simpsons.
I think they're going to finally announce that HBO Max deal, or they have already.
They haven't announced that, really.
No. Forbesy?
yeah, I would have to say that would something want some like airtime. Like that,
Can't understand a fucking word you're
Yeah,
saying.
you're coming in like speak and spell.
hold on.
How about now?
Now we
Yeah.
can hear you, buddy.
Now, again, a lot of people might not realize this because of the giant sing, but like I guess Joe won the ROH TV title after that match.
Yes.
Okay, it's got to be a streaming deal because they got to get some airtime for this ROH stuff. Unless they're just going to do what, 4 pay-per-views a year?
Jay, what do you think?
Well, I honestly believe I believe that they're gonna get Ring of Honor a TV deal.
Well, that's the same idea, you know.
Yeah.
I think Ring of Honor gets a TV deal out of this. I think the HBO thing, until other things are finalized, I don't think that that's an announcement. But I have a feeling that Ring of Honor will go to a side station other than a TBS or a TNT, but it will be owned by a Warner Media conglomerate.
Let's hope it's not the signing of the Good Brothers, whose contract is up tonight or tomorrow.
Oh, God. Please, I hope not.
Lumberjake. What's going on, buddy? What would be a good tag team name for Lumberjake and Tim Lennox? Wow.
I have no idea.
I Lumberjake, you're going to have to give me time to think about that one, brother.
Well, listen, guys, I got to go to bed because I am exhausted. So I told you it wouldn't be on that long.
Mike, no problem,
4:30
buddy.
comes fast, bro.
Yeah, it does. Have a good show. Jay, you got a tournament you said this weekend?
Yeah, we got baseball tournament this week. We're leaving tomorrow. We're hoping we don't get rained out.
It's supposed to rain Saturday.
Yeah.
Just in the morning, though.
See, up in Portland, it's saying all day.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep.
So I'm I have booked anyway, so I'm at APW Saturday, so this worked out. I wish
Next weekend we'll go again we'll go probably Saturday.
Yeah.
All right,
All
brother.
right, gentlemen. Pelly, start swearing more. You big puss. And Forbes, you take that fucking hat off. You're gonna curse the team. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Go Yankees, baby.
I will slap the shit right out of you.
Go Yankees, baby.
I've been nice all day, and you still gotta heal me up, man.
Of course, it's my job. What do you think? I'm gonna be nice to you? Fuck no. I love you, but still, I have to abuse everybody. It's who I am.
All right, brother.
Because I'm Stiff Mike and you're not.
I
I'm
love
out.
you too, man. Out.
Later, guys.
All right,
Have
Mike.
a
Take
good
care.
night, Mike. So Lumberjake, you're a lumberjack. Tim Lennox is a metalhead. How about the Metal Lumber Yard?
Ugh. Where's my boo sound effect? Hold on.
What about Wildwood?
I like that. Wildwood. What do you think, Forbes? You have a lumberjack and a metal maniac that loves to mosh. What could we give him as a tag team name?
Let me think on this for a minute.
Okay, so right now, Lumberjake, he said, I like it, Jay. That is a cool porn name. And Lumberjake says, Pelly with a solid.
Thank you very much.
Maybe because Tim likes to mosh, you can call it the lumber pit instead of the mosh pit, or that could be a finishing move.
Lumber pit's a good finishing move.
The lumber pit is a great finishing maneuver. There, I came up with the name of a move for you. The lumber pit. Mickey Biggs comes up with metal wood.
Too plain. I'll probably sleep on this and then come up with something like masterful. But I'll post it.
Okay. So Forbes.
Yep.
And why no complaints this week? It's not you. It's not any fun if you're not complaining.
I'm just too tired of complaining. You know what I mean? Like I have to look at things at face value. I recognize the difference between the two companies. I still prefer AEW, despite what ratings are, like as far as a wrestling show versus an entertainment show.
Yep.
And you know, if I had those options to watch more of that indie stuff, like I'm just more of an indie guy. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't want. I want to be able to turn it on my television. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to seek it out.
Yep.
So as far as complaining goes, I mean, we came off a really good WrestleMania, and I'm trying to watch them reboot before I start complaining. Like, you know, they got to kind of reset. So I'm actually getting a kick out of the Ezekiel thing. Kevin Owens is really masterful with it.
Oh.
Uh-oh. What did you figure? Okay, Kevin Owens is masterful.
Masterful with his reactions to the whole Ezekiel thing while everybody else plays dumb. Like, that's good stuff. That's good.
Yep.
That's good creativity on KO's part. That's entertainment. You know, Seth Rollins is definitely one of the best wrestlers in the business. I think we can all agree on that. But for some reason, his laughing shtick annoys the fuck out of me. I missed the Shield type vest and the like more serious Seth. Like I don't dig the clown Seth.
I'm the opposite. That this Seth entertains me.
I'll be honest. I hear the music and I start laughing like him. You know,
and the Don Cherry suits. It makes everything, the gimmick, even better.
Can I tell you something? I can relate with him on this because I'm going to be honest with you. Some wrestlers are like the Joker. Like certain situations you've had in life, you're with the promotion, you're working with them, and you just can't understand. And being a wrestler, your head just wants to explode. So I see a different side to what he's giving as a performer
Well,
because
you guys gotta remember too that that disaster, Hell in the Cell with the Fiend, man, he had a tough time getting back. Like that not only destroyed the Fiend, but it destroyed Rollins too after that match. He had to like force himself to go heel. And then we had the Messiah thing, and it was just like he had to keep. Like, to me, he's just never been the same since. He's still a great performer. He's one of my top in the business all around. But like for me, and I'm in the minority on this, like the suits and shit, it doesn't suit him. Like that's for like Jesse the Body, who can like, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's just my opinion, and
it's an opinion, and it's your, and I pride you for having it. I'm on the other side. I like seeing that he is a true out performer, and anything that you hand him, he knocks it out of the park, and he's knocking this one out of the park right now, man.
He's
Well,
putting Cody over like he should, and making Cody look like one of the biggest baby faces in professional wrestling right now, coming back to Raw.
You know, I'll tell you, that Cody thing, I see it clear now. You know what I mean? And I'm sure Cody had this vision from the get-go. And he is a fucking main eventer, dude. He's not one of my favorites either, man, but like he's in position to take to be a champion. And I'm sure that was somehow negotiated as part of the deal. He's got the backstory. I wouldn't be surprised if he brings out Superstar's belt at some point.
Yep. So B Duff will answer this question. I love the fact that we've had some questions, and they're coming from YouTube viewers, which is beautiful. B Duff, I'll be sending you an invite to our private wrestling room. It's for fans only. And B Duff, you're one of the biggest fans that I know, and you're a great dude. If they do get rid of the brand split, do you see the 4-on-4 Survivor Series matches coming back for Survivor Series?
Yeah, but that's barring and the brand split. You know, for a while there, when they were doing champion versus champion, I kind of liked that. Like some of my favorite matches were the like Daniel Bryan versus Brock, AJ versus Brock, and Finn Balor versus Brock. Brock works the little guys real well.
He does. He does.
He doesn't get enough credit for being a really true worker and a seller, but he is.
Brock is very underrated by the wrestling fan that calls him a part-time lover.
Well, he is. I mean, the part-time thing is where the guys that are there every week, you know what I mean? Like, I know he's a big name in these box office, whatever, but like that's where the main talent gets boxed out. And like Brock is like Andre. He shouldn't need a title. He's his own draw.
Yeah. I think they just do it to add the credibility stature to it. That's just me.
I heard he's not going to be on TV for a while.
Of course not. It's like you knew like there was no way he was going to win because that would mean he'd have to hang around or hold the belts hostage for a month or two, and then nobody's got nothing to fight for. That's the shit that drives me crazy. Like there's got to be stakes in your wrestling programs. Like I'm here to win the title. I'm here to fight for the title. Unless they end that brand split, Roman's got to go back and forth.
And
Cody's got to go to SmackDown.
At least
like
once
the
a week.
iron is hot on Cody right now, and like,
yeah. At least once a week, Roman Reigns should be wrestling, putting the belt on the line, either be Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'm being honest with you. I would like to see the prime stars on both networks, and that's just me.
It's me too.
I'm sorry. If Cody don't wrestle on Monday, he wrestles on Friday. If you don't wrestle on Friday, you wrestle on Monday, but you're setting things up on the programs.
You're gonna get less filler shit. You're gonna get more like action.
Yeah, that's what I think the fans would like it more, and not for nothing, but it becomes an easier product to write.
Yep.
There's
No
no
doubt.
argumentation. You know, both you have a team that writes Monday into Friday.
Yeah, the storyline to be easier to follow too.
Hell yeah.
Yep. You get more continuity.
Yep.
And that's what AEW's
you can
biggest
still
problem is
keep the
continuity.
listen, the matches that they put into this week could be a pay-per-view. That what they're doing this week is what WCW used to do with the junior heavyweights, giving you Jericho, giving you this, giving you really strong matches. But how about this for a surprise? If the WWE brings back the Good Brothers to go with AJ, seeing how AJ right now is going against a stable.
Could you? Oh yeah. Was Finn Balor part of that Bullet Club stable with them?
Oh yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
I think Fit Balor should like do something with AJ over Edge. I mean, what are they just going to stack Edge up with a faction with nobody to feud with?
Showing off the replica belts behind me. The Universal Championship, the NXT Championship, and the AEW titles.
You got
All
an AEW title, huh?
Yeah, it's plastic.
Oh.
My son put them there. He said that they would look good for the scenery.
B, here's something that I had no idea, man. I didn't know you had a friendship with Sammy Smiles.
Sammy Smiles.
Sam Amato.
Oh my God, Sam was in my wedding.
I know.
How do you know Sammy Smiles?
Because Mike Body is one of my best friends. And
Okay. Yeah.
I had no I know you were on the show, but I had no idea you guys were tight.
Oh, one of my best. He's a brother.
I didn't even know he wrestled. I just thought he was a fitness guy.
Nope. He is Makua, the Island
First
Warrior.
time I met him, we were going somewhere in Maine, and we went to a pizza buffet. And since I met him, then he's lost like 150 pounds.
200 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing very good with their show, man. They got a lot of they got a really good pro setup. They got a good following now. They got actual like WWE and AEW personnel following them. It's a good concept, you know what I mean?
Yep. I got to pick their brain on what they're doing.
Yeah, it's a really professional presentation. And that's why I watch so many podcasts as it is, you know what I mean? Because I don't even watch TV anymore.
Yeah.
And I really pay attention to the successful ones, even the guys you can't stand, like, JD. And
I like him. I think he's funny.
But he's not dumb, you know what I mean? Like, he
Yeah.
yells and rants or whatever, but he's very articulate. And like, even though his opinions may be opposite, he doesn't sound... He makes sense in a lot of ways from a fan perspective. Sometimes he'll have someone else on, another podcaster for AEW.
Yeah.
And he's usually pretty fair and balanced. You know what I mean? He climbs on the AEW cock, but he'll BC Amplified is my favorite one because he doesn't show any tribalism whatsoever. Smaller audience, but like presentation wise, like all the way down to the sound, like there's microphones in people's faces. You know what I mean? There's like it's well lit.
If I was more computer educated and understood, like I've already signed up to Spotify and iTunes and Google Play. I don't know how to go further after creating my account on how to take the things and solidify them. So, say after we did this, it would be uploaded
Oh yeah,
into
but
those
Jay,
engines.
off
But I,
offline, like I like what I want to try to do is like I have like a couple of different other rooms, like what I'm involved in a room called Metal Rankers. It's like a heavy metal room, and we're gonna start the podcast there. And I have a room for Kiss, and I
I
was
know
gonna
I've
ask you.
seen that.
I was gonna try to ask you about how to do StreamYard because the Facebook Live is how we started, and that didn't work. But Wrestling Inc. is like a legit site, okay, and they do their podcast for reviews. They use the same exact StreamYard setup you do. It's all about lighting and mic and mics and stuff.
Yep.
If
That's
we
why I use the professional headset.
if we all had like proper lighting and in a if I wasn't in a lounge chair and AJP wasn't in his bed half the time, we'd come off a little more a little more pro.
Well, see, that's why I use sort of a sporting background and I'm in a swirling chair.
You could
So I
use
give it that office effect.
no, you're good. You're good. You could use probably a little more light.
Yeah, I need better lighting. But the thing is, if I went to a podcast, like say I went to Spotify, Apple, and the three that I've already signed up for, I'm not going video. I'm giving all audio. And then I have an editing tool in my thing where I can say, "Hey guys, let's pause for 30 seconds. This is where I'm putting the thing in, like a sponsorship or a commercial. You know what I mean? So I have the editing tool is in because of the money I pay. I can edit all that shit in StreamYard, and I kind of get how to do that. It's just I'm horrible with the other things, or else I would have had this done 4 months ago.
Well, I think another thing too is as we try to build on this is, and we talked about this about 7 or 8 months ago, and it's okay that we banter back and forth or whatever, but like we got to couch the opposing opinions so they really don't really come off as like argumentative, but just like, okay, well, here's my opinion and here's why, and respect it. You know what I mean?
I think we've been more
Yes. No,
we
absolutely.
over weeks, and I think sometimes when there is a little banter between the panel,
That's entertaining.
aka the controversy, I think that's generated storylines without having to write anything.
No question, man.
Like
Hey,
they know when Mike talks, 99% of the stuff that comes out of his mouth is going to be the asshole opinion.
I don't know why I'm getting bad in.
What?
You did come
Hello?
back in here.
Yeah.
Maybe I got to swear more, Rumble.
So B Duff puts up what were you saying there, Forbesy?
I don't know why I keep freezing, man. I've had bad internet for a long time.
Yes.
Do
Do you ever reset your router?
I probably have to do that.
You should reset your router, no lie. If you do a lot of stream watching, you need to reset your router at least twice a week.
Yep, I do a lot of screen watching. I think I was just talking about like how we sometimes the bantering will get to a point where, and I'm the biggest offender. I'll just be like, WWE sucks, and and I don't really explain it with an educated response. Like I got to work on that, and I've been.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's the difference between an entertainment company and a wrestling company. It's like pick, just
And I think that this is the difference between entertaining guys and guys that are totally 1010% serious. And I think that and I'll be honest with you, I think we're entertaining. Are we? And I think in a way we're on to something. And my goal is I have the next week, even though I got baseball, I have a week off from work. And my goal is to make sure that the 3 accounts that I created, that this realistically goes to a legit, to those podcasting networks. It'll probably be, when it goes to the podcasting network, it won't be it will just be inside the Gorilla Position sports and wrestling wrestling and sports podcast, so that this way it's generated for people to just, get their interest. It won't be Thursday night this or Saturday night that. It'll be inside the Gorilla Position. It's basically what you're seeing right here, inside the Gorilla Position, with host Jason Rumble and the Boyz. And if we have a special show, we just say it right. Hey, this, you know what I mean? And it goes from right there.
I actually reached out to some of the guys who were help running MWF.
Yeah.
I was like, hey man, let's not take it over, but it's just like if we had that type of access. Because I think, at this point, it's just going to, that library and stuff still exists. But I don't know, man. You guys know more about that situation than I do. I know.
I have no idea what will happen with any of Dan's stuff and who will look to take it over.
It's a lot of work, man, to because we're not in a position to be like, oh, we're going to fly in, old talent to interview them. Can't do that.
I have enough connections where I could get enough talent. If I wanted to get a guest a month, we could line up a guest a month.
Tony Atlas has been working with Monty and the Pharaoh, and it's just awful. Like, they just give him an hour to talk about all the same shit that he said with Dan. So nobody's interacting with him. He's just basically put on screen and he's rambling for an hour with no interaction whatsoever. And Tony was a good storyteller, actually.
Oh yeah,
funny too.
Tony's a great guy. Great road stories. Great stories. So let's answer this one. Instead of singles matches, the Raw champions on a team versus the SmackDown champions on a team.
I don't understand what.
So if they didn't do the brand split, it would be like Roman, the Usos, and say what do they carry? The Intercontinental Champion, and then it would be whoever the Raw champion is with the Raw Tag Team Champions along with the U.S. champion. That would be kind of unique. I don't think they've ever done that. The 4 brand champions versus the other 4 brand champions in a Survivor Series style match. The question is, B-Duff, are the titles on the line?
Here's what I think we're going to see soon is they're going to bring up that the Oos from NXT, and you're going to have a 4-guy bloodline.
I can see that. What do you think about the name of Raquel Gonzalez getting changed to Raquel Rodriguez?
I'll never understand that shit, man.
Why? I don't.
Austin Theory is no longer known as Austin Theory.
He's just Theory.
Just Theory.
Hate it.
Me too. I hate name changes.
He is Theory. You mean Fairy? Like, I don't like it. Theory the Fairy.
I mean, I don't even know who's Theory even. Like, what's next for Theory?
I think they'll put the United States title on him.
Well, Bella's title.
Yep.
I can see that happening.
He deserves it.
Because if Balor really does go with Edge, I can see that.
I don't see Balor going with Edge, man. I just don't. Maybe Ciampa. Like, what is next for AJ? Is he going to continue battling with Edge, by himself versus a faction?
Oh,
Without
so
any
you
help?
didn't hear what I said then?
No, I've been
If
freezing out.
okay.
Oh, the Good Brothers. Oh,
Oh yeah, why not the Good Brothers back to the WWE and stand in AJ's corner?
yeah, I can see that because they're not going. There's no. Yeah, that's the only place for them to go.
I mean,
But
look, they
but
weren't even able to go back to New Japan.
yeah, but I would rather see Balor and the Good Brothers with AJ. So it's really like the Bullet Club. You probably said that too.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it. I wouldn't mind seeing somebody like AJ has to fight fire with fire because this is AJ's, swan song, so to speak. I believe that AJ will be champion in the next year or so.
Yeah, he's got one more in him, but Edge has got to have one more in him too, and Edge could be the one to take it off Cody.
See, and that's another thing. That's another reason why maybe you can't have one champion is because you got some guys that really are on their way out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Are you going to really hold those titles hostage just for Rock and Roman that don't need a title? Come on, man. That's why Andre never needed a title because he was his own attraction. Fuck.
Yeah, I can see to that. Because if The Rock was to win, is The Rock going to be the champ? You know what I mean? Yes, that's what I'm saying.
He's going to be gone the next day.
The Rock I hear right now is contemplating doing a bodybuilding competition.
When's the XFL start?
Next year. USFL starts on Saturday night, baby. B Duff coming up with some great questions. So B Duffy writes, could Cody Rhodes join forces with AJ Styles since he was in the Bullet Club?
Yeah. But you don't want it to dilute his mission for that title. Because that's his mission statement, man. They got to see that through. I'm seeing Cody versus Roman at SummerSlam.
I like that idea.
What if Cody, AJ, and Balor get to form themselves and the rejuvenation of the club or the club elite?
Yeah, something like that.
Or the elite club.
Yeah, the club is just a terrible name.
I like the elite club because they're stealing the fact that Cody is formerly elite.
Yep.
And they're all former members of the Bullet Club.
What I need is captivating programs, storylines in both promotions. Like we were talking earlier, like Wardlow and MJF is the only thing that's got my interest. Cody has my interest. That's it. If you want to see Mox and Danielson do something, that they should probably link up with the House of Black. Samoa Joe, I'd rather see Samoa Joe and CM Punk hook back up before Samoa Joe gets hurt again.
Yeah. Samoa,
that would be a good. That would be good because Joe's going to get hurt again.
Yep. So, fellas, what a great show. We just talked some pro wrestling. And we'll take this last one here. B Duff writes, my predictions. Cody wins Money in the Bank, cashes in
Yes.
the next night on Roman, and wins the title. I can see Cody winning the championship. I mean the Money in the Bank, but I firmly believe that Money in the Bank is not properly used, if not used after the match to guarantee yourself that win. I believe that's why they call it Money in the Bank. If I just wanted a title shot, I think that there is no Money in the Bank. That's why I believe that's just my opinion. Is I believe what makes Money in the Bank so special, man, is that it's anytime, anywhere, and the anytime is the thing that captivates me. And I don't care, even if I knew I was the most dominant athlete in WWE, I would have to say that I'm taking my chances after you just was in a hard match and I can capitalize on it. What do you think, Pelly?
Yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah. It's got to be like Money in the Bank's been cashed in before. Like somebody goes through a 20, 25-minute match, and then you cash in the bank, right?
Yeah, I just like it sticking to that perception and storyline, because I think that's why that's why they call it Money in the Bank. It's not on a poll and here's a contract for a title match at any time, anywhere, but it has to be from a bell to bell legal standpoint. You know what you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's proven that works. That has worked before
Yes,
for people going over.
very much so. That's why they call it Money in the Bank, brother.
Yeah.
So as soon as Tony Khan's light switch comes back into play here, so he can give his parting words. Anything you want to touch upon that you we didn't talk about that you
Nope. I just $12.99 on Amazon Books. The Fisherman's Game.
I love it. I'm waiting for the voice edition to come out. Hopefully Mickey Big survives in Jamaica and soon has my wish.
Sorry, fellas.
It's all right, brother. Any parting words? Anything that we didn't touch on that you might want to talk about?
I was watching the Young Rock live. Did you hear about this?
No.
Well, now they're at the stage where, in the show, where Dwayne asks his dad to train him.
Yeah.
And he's reluctant. And then they do a scene where they're watching Royal Rumble and Yoko is entering the Royal Rumble. And, of course, they're all popping for him because he's family. And then all of a sudden, Young Rock is sitting there and a little Joe Anoa'i comes running up. He was like, come on, man, give me a Samoan drop. Acknowledge me. And he's like 5 years old, And Young Rock says to him, he says, nah, man. And even if we do, man, that's only a match for WrestleMania. I'll find it for you. It's out there, dude. It's pretty cool. I was like, oh shit, it's happening.
Yeah.
Rock wouldn't say that on his show and insert a young Roman Reigns into the storyline like that.
That's awesome.
But they made the little kid say, because nobody was paying attention to him, like Arthur and Sika, they're all sitting on cheering on Rodney. And he's like, acknowledge me. You know what I mean? Even though he's like, no, man, I'll wrestle you, man. But that's only a match that can happen at WrestleMania.
That's awesome.
And and Dwayne wasn't even in the business yet. You know what I mean? Right now they're at the stage where, Pat's looking at him.
That's awesome.
I'm surprised you guys didn't hear about this.
No. I have to catch up on this season, and I have to watch the last 2 episodes from last season.
I've never watched.
Get off. Hey, did you look at my working punch to the biz?
Yeah, I did. You had some good punches going on. You know what?
Yep.
I'm going to be honest with you. I believe I remember being there that evening at TJ's.
You were there.
Yes,
You were definitely there.
I know I was there. I was working the door that night.
Yeah, and I'm running the bar, and that's how I ran it. You know,
Yep.
like it was me, Ray.
Yeah.
Like it was a good time, man. Like we had wrestling matches all the time. I'm surprised you. Well, you would have probably like no. You probably would have been concerned with hurting somebody, or been like no, do it like this. I hit Frankie with a good little back kick too. I was in decent shape then.
How is the Biz doing? Have you talked to the Biz?
Oh,
I guess this is a telltale sign on how to end the evening.
B, how do I refresh what you said? Because
Okay, you have to unplug your router from the wall. Unplug it. Keep it unplugged for 1 minute. Plug it back in, and you let it reboot.
nothing to do with my phone, huh?
Absolutely not. I happen to believe that I've been just this is what I've been told to do. If you are an avid streamer and devices are always on that router, you need to reset that thing twice a week.
Then why does it happen at work too?
Because
everybody's
that
on
just
router?
means, yep, it's because everybody's on that service. Those technicians who work the computer room, they're probably resetting those routers once a night.
Yeah.
They shut down everything. And then there's probably a few things that don't have, like, that run off solely one signal so it doesn't get jammed up. And that would be mainframes. Yeah.
All right, boys.
All right, brother. Well, next, let's plan on next Saturday night. Go back to shoot the shit Saturday night. So,
what do we got? We got Battle of the Belts on Saturday, and then
this Saturday, yep. So we'll go next Saturday night, buddy.
And then they're doing a live Rampage.
Yes, Friday.
tomorrow night.
It's kind of weird that they're doing Cole's title match in one of those.
Yes.
On
And this
Rampage.
Battle of the Belts is only an hour long. I have it recording.
You know what? I'm sick of Sammy Guevara with the TNT title shots already. So, like, I think that should be in line for somebody else.
I think it's just going to be an overrated episode of Rampage taped. That's my opinion.
Yeah, but I mean, Sammy's already had it 3 times.
Yep.
Scorpio Sky's great in the ring, but like
Guevara's old news. Guevara becomes a household name when he goes to WWE, and they make him basically the next. I can't even say the next Eddie Guerrero, because I'm going to be honest. I believe the next Eddie Guerrero is already in the WWE, and he's in NXT. And it's not Garza or the other one. It's the guy from Legado Fantasma.
Escobar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Escobar is on. He's without a doubt Eddie Guerrero-esque. And that's saying a lot. So to everybody out in Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, be on the lookout next Saturday night at 8 p.m. streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Next Saturday night. Not this Saturday. Next Saturday, 9 days from now, we'll be back on with Inside the Gorilla Position presents Shoot the Shit Saturday Night with me, the host with the most, the baddest man in the East Coast, the BBB, Jason Rumble. And I have the boys in the house as usual. And you never know which one of the boys are going to be with the BBB. It's always Adam Jack Pelly. It's always Tony Khan's light switch, the pink hat himself, Mr. James Forbes, Stiff Mike, the great Gazoo himself, the almighty Vinny Capelli, the producer Mickey Biggs, and then sometimes we'll bring in a guest or two. So with that being said, happy Easter. Good night, everyone. We'll end it the way we began it.
People grow up hard on the street as kids, so never dream that they'd be